Hello there, amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a brand new, kind of an excited Doctor Who video that I'm actually quite excited to talk about. So for this video, I kind of want to talk about the spin-offs. Yes, so apparently we are going to get more Doctor Who spin-offs, and of course I've already covered two of these in a video. One round about late December, and one was in November, or was it early January? I can't remember. But I've already talked about two of these, and I kind of want to talk about more about these and personally what I think about them, and a few other spin-offs I've heard about. So yeah, that's what you'll be listening to me talk about, and what I'm really excited about, because I really do hope some of these spin-offs are happening, and I kind of want to talk about what I basically think of these, and generally I'd like to know your opinion down in the comment section for these spin-offs. So Doctor Who spin-offs. So two of these I'm actually quite looking forward to. Some of these I'm not 100% sure. So I kind of want to talk about the ones basically it's just kind of the one I'm not really looking forward to talking about, because I don't really think it needs to happen. But I will talk about that a bit later on. So talk about the ones we know what's definitely happening. So far we know that Fuming will condense on March for the war between the land and the sea, starring the Sea Devils. Now, I'm actually quite looking forward to this one. I'm not 100% sure what the time period's going to be. I'm actually kind of hoping basically a war between the Sea Devils and the Silurians, considering if we can travel back to there, or are we going to go into the far future for that story? I know it's going to be like an 8-part series, which is something I'm quite excited for. I mean, if it's just going to be like a one sort of thing and then move on to a next villain next year, I'm quite looking forward to that. So we have the return of the Sea Devils. Now, I was really excited back in 2022, as you remember, back when we had Legend of the Sea Devils, and I just kept talking about it between January to basically April, how excited I was for Legend of the Sea Devils with Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, because the Sea Devils are my favourite John Pertwee villain. And as you can see, I kind of got a Radio Times poster for their season 9 opening, Day of the Daleks, on the wall, so it's nice to actually point to a John Pertwee poster on my wall, so when I talk about a bit of a John Pertwee. The Sea Devils are basically my favourite Pertwee villain, and they are my favourite villain from mainly the 70s. I really do quite enjoy the Sea Devils, so when they came back in Legend of the Sea Devils, I was actually hyped and excited for them, and I kind of wanted to see them return, but now we are actually getting a spin-off with them. I'm actually quite looking forward to it, because anything with the Sea Devils, I'm quite looking forward to it. I know some people want more like spin-offs between the Daleks and the Cybermen, the Centaurans, but for me, I'm actually quite happy, and I'm actually quite looking forward to seeing this spin-off for the Sea Devils. Now, this one has been confirmed technically that we know it's going to start filming in around about March, so I'm quite looking forward to seeing it, and hopefully it'll be airing in between the autumn or just before Christmas, so that way we've kind of got Doctor Who all year round. So I'm quite looking forward to the Sea Devils one. Now, the other one I do think that might be happening, I'm not 100% sure, but it does look like it's going to happen, is the Unit series. Yes, it looks like this was basically kind of revealed round about late last year, that we're going to get a spin-off with Unit, and I'm quite looking forward to this one, because I haven't really listened to any of the Big Finish Unit kind of storylines that have been going on through Big Finish. I mean, I'm kind of hoping that this series kind of does a follow-on from that, and basically makes those adventures with Unit kind of more canon, than make them like canon-wise. But I'm kind of hoping to see some regular villains for Unit to fight against. Now, me saying this, I would love to see the return of the robot Yetis in this story, and the Great Intelligence. Now, you're probably wondering, but didn't the Great Intelligence die in the Doctor's timeline? Technically, yes, but Clara jumps in to save the Doctor's timeline, so is there a little bit of a chance I think the Great Intelligence could survive, and we could see the return of robot Yetis. Also, I would love to see them basically fight against the Autons without the Doctor being there. I would like to see them try and deal with other catastrophes. I mean, imagine Unit against the Daleks on their own without the Doctor and the Cybermen. I really think that might be interesting, so I'm really looking forward to having this kind of Unit spin-off, if it is going to be happening. Fingers crossed it is happening, because I do think we do need another kind of series like Torchwood. And I'm very happy that it won't be Torchwood, because I think Torchwood needs to be left alone and buried, because of series 4, the way series 4 ended, and it kind of leaves on a cliffhanger, so it doesn't make sense going back to Torchwood now after all those years with basically having Rex coming back to life in front of Jack Harkness and goes, "Hey you, Werewolf 2, what the hell did you do to me?" But I'm quite looking forward to seeing the return of Unit. Now, I love Unit. They are my favourite thing from the 70s with the Pertwee era and the Troughton era, really, because they're actually introduced in the Invasion, and they sticked around for mainly John Pertwee. Tom Baker's kind of had a few stories with Peter Davis, not Davis, sorry, McCoy had quite a few stories, and they have returned in the modern series between Matt Smith's Doctor and to the 14th Doctor. So I'm quite looking forward to seeing this Unit spin-off. I'm hoping we'll see Catherine Tate, because as we all know, Donna was actually offered a job in the Giggle with Unit, so hopefully she takes it. And then, of course, hopefully now we see Mel, and of course we see some other returning companions like Tegan and Ace, but maybe Kate Stewart wanted to hire them at the end of The Power of the Doctor, you know. But I will be happy if they can bring back some of the old companions that way. I think that'll be interesting, and you can even have Martha back in it, which is like what I'm really looking forward to. And then, of course, we have the ones I'm not too sure if they're going to be happening, but these are the ones I have heard lightly about. So it looks like we might be getting, from rumours that I've seen, another series of Tales of the TARDIS. Now, the first one, absolutely brilliant. I really love all the episodes in there. I love the extra content they filmed for Peter Davison and Jeanette Fielding, Colin Baker, Nicola Bryant, you know, Sylvester McCoy and Sophie Aldred. I absolutely love seeing Mira Bryan and Peter Purvis get back together and talk about the events of the Time Midler. But instead of them talking all the way through it, we actually see them sitting down and then going through it. And then, of course, we have the return of Jamie and Zoe, and we have Katie Manning and the actor that plays Clyde Langer sit down in those Tales of the TARDIS. So I have heard rumours that we might be getting a second series to that, but I'm kind of hoping, if we are going to have another Tales of the TARDIS, I would like to see Tom Baker sit down with probably Louise Jameson and talk about maybe the talents of Wing Chiang and just talk about that story in general and how good it is. I would love to see more Hartnell and Troughton love. So really we could have, you know, William Russell and Caroline Ann Ford sit down and talk about a story between season 1 and 2, or William Russell and Mira O'Brien talking about somewhere in between, you know, the chase, well, somewhere in between basically the rescue and up to the chase, which is something I'm looking forward to. I would love to see some other Unit regulars. I would love to see the actor that plays Sergeant Benton sit down and talk with Katie Manning, and we see a story from season 8 with John Pertwee. And it would be interesting to see quite a few modern Doctors companions come in. So imagine having Captain Jack Harkness sitting down talking to Gwen, or about an adventure he had with the Doctor or something. I think that might be quite interesting to see. So I am hoping we might be getting a second season of it. So fingers crossed, because I actually think that Tales of the TARDIS is actually quite good, and I think it did quite well on iPlayer. It was the very first thing we had for the Universe, and I'm really quite looking forward to it. I'm hoping it gets a Blu-ray and DVD release soon, but fingers crossed we might get a second series. Then, of course, we have another one that I think that does not need to happen with David Tennant and Catherine Tate, and that is, of course, this Partners in Crime. Now, at the end of the Giggle, we kind of see David Tennant playing the 14th Doctor going into retirement and basically chilling out with Donna and her family. So I'm kind of hoping they don't do this. I'm really hoping Russell T Davies and the team think, no, you know what, it's just going to ruin the ending for the 14th Doctor and David Tennant's kind of Doctor. So I kind of don't want this to happen, this spin-off. I know some people are looking forward to it, because I have heard a few people talk about it, and I'm like, nah, I don't really want this. I really do not want this spin-off to happen, because I really think it might just kind of ruin the Giggle a little bit at the end of it, basically having the 14th Doctor kind of retire. So I'm quite, and then you got the 15th Doctor out there, so I'm quite hoping we don't see that. So that's the one spin-off I really don't want. And then the one spin-off that I have already done a video on, but I'm going to talk about it again, the 8th Doctor Adventures. Yes, give me a series of the 8th Doctor. Now, all through basically years, I've always wanted Paul McGann's Doctor to have some more screen time as the 8th Doctor. Now, Big Finish has done such an amazing stuff with his Doctor. They've done such a good story arc with him, from him going from the way he was at the end of the TV movie, going into more of a dark persona in Dark Eyes, and Doom Collection, Resurrection, you know, and all that, and Stranded, and then of course the Time War stuff. I'm really looking forward to this. Now, if I could ask for this series to go anywhere, I would love to see one of the companions from Big Finish to make, like, start the series with. I mean, if you have the Eighth Doctor with Charlie, I'd be absolutely fond with that one. If we have the Eighth Doctor traveling with Lucy Miller, or having more of the Dark Eyes kind of feel, having traveling with Nicola Walker's character, or having Ruth Bradley return as Molly O'Sullivan, I really would be fond of that one and really be quite looking forward to that. I also like to see some of the stuff that they could do with a TV series for than they can do for Big Finish. I mean, making the Weeping Angels a prime villain for the Eighth Doctor, that might be interesting, considering how much the Eighth Doctor has actually encountered the Weeping Angels before in Big Finish. And I think that might be interesting. So you might imagine the Eighth Doctor coming across the Weeping Angels in his timeline, or imagine having basically Alex McQueen's Master from Dark Eyes basically come into the TV universe and have the Eighth Doctor battling with Alex McQueen's faster version of the Master. I really would love that. I really would. I think that would absolutely be brilliant. But I kind of don't want them to ruin the whole kind of story arc that Big Finish has done with them. I want them just to leave them or make them canon, make some of the events for having a Big Finish canon. I would really love that, because it will literally make my day having Big Finish mainly canon with the TV series. I would absolutely love that, considering I do consider Big Finish to be canon anyway with the TV series. But I would love to see it fully get more, like having the elements come onto the TV screen, or having the Eighth Doctor fighting against the Daleks, like in Blood of the Daleks, or having Davros, have Tony Malloy reprise the role as Davros. That might be interesting. So, they're the spin-offs I kind of have heard about. I mean, Tales of the TARDIS Series 2, I've heard about, you know, the war between the land and the sea, Unit, the Doctor Who spin-off with David Tennant and Catherine Tate, Partners in Crime, and of course, the Eighth Doctor Adventures. So, the ones that I really want to see is definitely going to be the war between the land and the sea. I really want to see the Unit kind of spin-off and the Eighth Doctor spin-off. And hopefully we do get a second series of the Tales of the TARDIS, because I just absolutely would love that, and it gives us more Doctor Who content, really. But the only spin-off I do not, and I don't think we will ever need, will be basically Partners in Crime with David Tennant and Catherine Tate, because I really think that might just kind of ruin what they're trying to do with Ncuti's Doctor. And it'd be like, oh, Ncuti ain't really the proper Doctor because the 14th Doctor's still on the screen. Yeah, I don't want that to happen. But anyway, let me know in the comments, what spin-offs are you hoping for? Are you hoping, like me, we have the 8th Doctor spin-off? Are you looking forward to the war between the land and the sea? Are you looking forward to the Unit spin-off we might be getting? Are you looking forward to possibly Series 2 of Tales of the TARDIS? Let me know in the comments. Please do like, subscribe, and share, and join me for more awesome Doctor Who content. And if you would like to, please follow the little TARDIS GIF if you want another video. Stay tuned.